You know how you know when tuna's bad? You don't.
Any New Year's resolutions, Daniel?
I certainly don't care about my body. That'll never be a resolution. Oh, this is the year. No. I know a lot of people care about that stuff, but it's already the second week of January, so what's done is done. You'll like today's guest, though. He's responsible for getting millions of doughy white dudes who are too lazy to go to a gym ripped.
So we did something called Power 90. When you're working with Petty or Idol or Bruce or Annie Lennox or whatever these types, with just the dumbbells and some bands. And
Well, to me, that's why you would, like, if I was motivated, I wouldn't fucking need you. It's
also Feinstein, Senator Feinstein.
She did P90X.
She did not.
Oh.
No. But the Obamas did.
The Obamas did?
The Obamas did.
Of course they did.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Michelle looks like a definite after photo. Enjoy. Tosh.O. My guest today created the most popular home workout program of all time. He's a celebrity trainer to countless stars, and yet I still refuse to let him help me. Tony, thank you for being here.
Pleasure to be here, man.
Just so you know, I've never had a trainer in my life. I've never worked. I don't work out.
Well,
I've
you're
never
trim
enjoyed-
and you're physical.
I'm very physical.
Yeah, so you get it a different way.
Right.
Yeah.
I exercise, but I never know what I would do. I have a row machine.
Yeah, those are great.
I do that at night while watching like a sport, a game that's DVR'd so I can plow through it.
Yeah.
I do intervals.
Well, there you go.
And that's it.
So you figured all that on your own. You didn't need a guy like me or one of my programs.
Yeah, but here's my question to you. I've never worked out. I'm 48 years old, I think. Could my body get in 6 months? Could I get just
3 months, 4 months?
Could I get ripped as shit?
Absolutely.
Do I need to do steroids?
Absolutely not.
But should I?
Absolutely not.
Could I look like Chris Hemsworth?
That would take longer.
How long?
About 9 months to a year.
And I could literally.
But you'd be miserable. You'd be so miserable.
Sure.
Because it's not in your DNA.
Yeah, but
right?
I would leave my wife and I would just fucking go on a tear.
You'd be something. You'd go viral. That's a thing. That
I
you
always
care
think
about.
it's funny when actors do this. When they for a role, they get jacked. And then when they go back to not being jacked, their bodies, something looks off. It's like, oh, your body reacted to that.
You don't want this world. You don't want to be really fit and then out of fit, because a lot of it is psychological and mental too. Because you're doing all this stuff. You've got this discipline. You've got this plan. You've got a trainer or whatever method you're trying to get there, and then it goes away, and then you're not the same person that you were. Your personality changes as you go through those massive changes. So I've been fairly fit for almost 40 years. So.
I used to do pull-ups, but then I don't like that it would put calluses on my fingers.
Well, that's
like that.
weird, but okay.
What do you mean weird?
Who cares?
You don't care. I
1, 2,
care.
3.
When people shake my hand, I like them to know that I've never worked.
Shake my hand. How's that feel? Feels all right, right?
You like how loose I go?
That's weird.
Yeah.
But my calluses weren't weird for you, were they?
No, I mean, they weren't weird, but I feel like that maybe you've just built up some tolerance.
I have.
You shave your arms?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
I shave everything.
Oh, yeah?
Uh-huh.
Why do you do it?
I don't know. I cleanliness?
There is no hair.
Yeah, the joke's on you. That's how I like to keep it.
Yeah.
Do you actually enjoy working out?
Most of the time, no.
Okay.
No. But I like the way it makes me feel.
Just here's the thing. You say you like the way working out makes you feel at the end. That's always been my problem. Working out or any exercise where it's just an exercise just makes me sleepy.
Oh, wow.
Like
I can see that.
I just get
Well,
tired.
partly because your body reacts that way when it's not used to it. But then, then after a while, that starts to go away. You go from sleepy to energized, especially if you're adding good warm-ups, good cool-downs. You're not overtraining. You're not lifting too hard. You're not trying to,
Do you need to stretch before you work out?
A lot of people do. Some people don't.
Oh, great answer.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if
wanna
you're
know.
a former gymnast or a ballerina, you don't need as much usually.
Yoga, where are you at on yoga?
All the time, every Friday, hour and a half. It's so important.
Were you physically gifted as a child?
Not even close.
No.
Not at all.
Could you fight?
No.
Did you ever get in a fight?
I got in lots of fights.
What do you mean lots?
People beat me up.
You're out! Doyle rule!
For real?
Yeah.
Was that just the neighborhood or the time?
It was the neighborhood. It was the kids in the neighborhood. I had a speech impediment, which made life difficult.
Cheer for Muslim athletes like Kareem
What was the speech impediment, may I ask?
Something called cluttering.
How old right now are you going to live?
I mean, look, I feel better at 65 than I did at 55 or 45 or 35. Because I keep making little adjustments with my diet and my mindfulness and my breathing techniques and my hydration and my supplementation and my electrolytes and my foam rolling and all my cold plunges. I'm always.
You're doing all that stuff.
Yeah. I'm open to trying things that make me feel better and function better.
If I was going to guess how long you were going to live,
I'm probably late 80s or early 90s.
My guess is 66.
Wow.
No.
Well, I got things to do.
Tony was great. Thanks for being on the show and for changing my body physically. We did a before shot before the interview of my body, and then we did one after. And you can see that Tony completely transformed me.
Cardio is for those Instagram and pussies in CrossFit. What's the next thing you do?
Aging is for idiots. 30 minutes.